Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Beneath the Steel Sky, and when last we left off, we're in some serious trouble. We're trapped in this factory with loads of security guards all around it, and though somebody called Link has ordered that we be brought in alive, the security guards seem more than happy to shoot us dead, and then check to see if we're the person they're looking for. Suffice to say, if they do that, I don't think they're going to be getting any kind of commendation. Also, this robot has teeth. These are the teeth, this is a giant mouth, and now you can't unsee it. Regardless of all the questions that we have, and they are many, we have to focus on the more immediate problem of getting out of the factory alive. There is an elevator here, we could step on that elevator, but we're not going to right now, because we need to talk to somebody that's in the factory. We saw this person, they had a conversation with the security guard in the introduction. We need to talk to them, figure out what's going on, and maybe get a clue or two as to how we can get out of the city, our ultimate goal at present. Is that going to change? Most likely, but only as we get more information. Information that we don't have. Two things to note before we go into this room. Conversation does initiate automatically with some people, but when we want to initiate conversation with somebody ourselves, we have to left-click to talk. Not right-click as you may think, because right-click has been interacting with things so far, we left-click. Secondly, people move from screen to screen in real time, so if there's an NPC in here, and they have to go into here, it will take them time to get over to the next screen. That includes Joey, though Joey isn't going to leave this screen unless I told him to through some interaction. We don't have such an interaction right now, though. So, without further ado, let us go and have a conversation, and hopefully have a suitable cover story that they don't immediately call the guards, and then we get killed. Think fast, Foster. Excuse time, go!
What do you want?
Weren't you told? Routine inspection.
Nobody told me. I'm too busy to show you round.
Don't worry, I can show myself around. You won't even notice I'm here.
Where did you get that robot?
I built him. Like it?
It's crap, son.
Now that's just mean. If we hadn't have fixed up Joey, he wouldn't have asked about Joey.
Excuse me.
Let's talk. When you get around Joey.
What now?
NPCs do block the pathing of each other. Keep this in mind as you're trying to do things, as sometimes pathing may be what's stopping you from solving a puzzle. Let's ask the most important question, one that would very likely blow our cover, but won't in this instance. Where are we?
Where am I?
You're in the Union City recycling plant.
Okay, now how do we get out of here?
What's the best way out of the city?
You'll have to get to ground level first. You're at the top of Erie Tower Block.
And how do we get to ground level? These questions are all leading to important information.
So how do I get to ground level?
There's an elevator out on the walkway. Of course, you can't reach it right now.
Why not?
'Cause Reich's boys are guarding the exit from the plant.
Ah, we're going to have to deal with Reich sooner rather than later, it would seem. At least we'll get our revenge for what he did to our adopted family. We could use your elevator, though.
How come your elevator's not working?
It's activated automatically by the transport robot.
And what's wrong with the transport robot?
What's wrong with the transport?
It's broken down. Again. It's probably the Doppler charge thingamajig. But I haven't got time to mend it now.
The text said inducer, he said thingamajig. We're gonna call it a thingamajig. Without asking that question, we wouldn't know what was wrong with the robot, and we'd have no chance of being able to fix it. Let's ask about the security forces, shall we? It's quite important, as we're probably going to be dealing with them soon.
What did security want?
After a saboteur. You seen anything suspicious?
We have! Ourselves, though we're not going to be saying that. We're going to be talking about the helicopter instead.
I saw a wrecked helicopter.
Yeah. Seems it blocked the walkway. So we're stuck in this block.
Unless we can get an elevator working, which we probably can't. So for now, let's see if we can make a friend by asking about what he does here.
What goes on in here?
It's me workshop. Like it?
Sure I do. Anything to make you more friendly.
It's very impressive. A symbol of dehumanized society. The futile struggle against entropy.
Symbol my bum. Only thing this symbolises is 30 years of hard graft.
That's a lot of work. What are you working on now?
What are you making?
It's a special job. A drive shaft. Lamb needs it for the pipe factory.
Where's the pipe factory? Who's Lamb? We're gonna find out all of these in time. For now, let's ask about who's in charge. We may need to complain about health and safety things after all. We're not gonna be doing that.
Who's in charge around here?
Not me. I just work here. Hobbins is the name.
Who's in charge and where can I find him?
It's Lamb you'll be wanting. He's the supervisor.
I see. And who does he work for?
The council, of course.
Is it a sinister, shadowy council? We'll find out. If we ask.
Tell me more about the council.
They govern the city, with the help of Link,
What's that?
the computer they built as their advisor.
Okay, put your hand up if you think the computer's doing something very sinister and is obviously evil. Your hand should be up. It's a typical trope of dystopian science fiction futures. It may not be the case here, but it's safe to presume that something's going wrong. More often than not, you'll be proven right rather than wrong. Let's ask about the time before Link, though, and get a little bit of history.
What was it like before Link?
Ah, those were the days, son. We didn't have the problems we got now.
So who built the computer?
Search me. Flipping research scientist, probably.
And finally, let's ask something that actually is important to our cover. And if we'd have known the answer to this, we probably wouldn't have been so gung-ho in trying to get in there.
How come your fire exit leads nowhere?
You been up there? It's not safe.
I could see that.
If you break your legs, don't come running to me for sympathy.
Did you steal my pun? I was going to use that pun, Hobbins. Well played. There's nothing more we can talk about, so let's say farewell.
I'll get on with my inspection.
You do that, son.
There's a lot of stuff that we can look at, though. Like this lathe. Let's look at that first.
It's more impressive than the ones back home.
Can we use it?
It must be controlled by the computer.
It likely is. We also want to have a look at this here, this postcard, and this notice. Let's start with the notice, shall we?
Insurance certificate. Years out of date.
Well, that's not helpful.
I could take this, but I'm sure it's no use.
Indeed. What about this postcard?
Tree world. See the world as your ancestors saw it.
Nothing says dystopian future like something like that. Who wants to bet they're not even real trees?
I don't want that. It's depressing.
It is. Let's look at the laser while it's here. It's no longer here.
Sleek, high precision and high powered.
But we could still look at it. Let's look at this now.
It's a lever with a big red knob just waiting to be pulled.
Then let's use it. And we've turned that off. We should probably turn it back on, though. It does make that continual droning noise, though. But we do want to try and use that laser. See if we can fry off our hand. This is a terrible idea. There we go. Let's look at the screen. That is if Joey wasn't in the way. Joey, would you please move? Thank you. A little more to the left, but then again, I'm in the way of Joey. There we go. Much better.
It's displaying technical information.
That it is. Can we interact with it? Not while Joey's there. Oh, Joey, getting in the way. It'll happen a lot.
These figures mean nothing to me.
And I think I got in the way of Hobbins there. Hobbins, by the way, is now described as Hobbins rather than man. Let's look at the buttons.
Lots of buttons just asking to be pressed.
Do we know the combination?
There must be a secret combination.
No, we don't. There are screens here. There's a cupboard door, too. Let's look at the screens first.
These displays mean nothing to me.
I'm not surprised.
Just a jumble of ASCII. Meaningless.
Meaningless to you, but maybe not to other people. Finally, there is the cupboard door. The cupboard door is important.
Smart design.
Indeed, it's got a handle and everything. Let's try and open it. We want what's in there.
What are you doing? Get out! That's my personal property.
Here's the next puzzle, folks. We need to get that wrench. We could also get the sandwich while we're here, but we really need that wrench. We don't have to get it right now, but getting it now is convenient because we're already here. Hobbins, however, will not let us get it if we are in there and he's in there. But we could get him out of there using this elevator.
An elevator to the floor below.
We've been told it's not working properly. That's not going to stop us from getting on it, though.
Hey, what are you doing?
I told you already. Routine inspection.
Well, keep off that elevator. I can't hear myself think.
Quickly, we need to get out of here, over there, and through to the next room, while he uses his key to turn off that alarm. We're going to quickly open this. We're going to grab the wrench first, as it's more important, and then the sandwich. And then close the door. Aha! First time! It may take a few attempts. If your timing is off, or if Joey is in the way, it may take you a few goes to get everything. But you know what we could do? We could keep standing on this. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Well, we could die horribly when he gets tired of us constantly setting off that alarm and calls security, but that won't happen, will it? Besides, we're a safety inspector. We need to be thorough.
I told you to stay off the elevator. That alarm is driving me spare.
Now you'd think that we have to wait for him to leave the room before we go back on the elevator. Guess what? Not so.
Oh, not again! Are you trying to wind me up?
Just double checking.
God, flipping inspectors.
You're mad now? Just wait until we step on it again.
That doesn't. If the supervisor complains that I'm late, I'll tell him it was your fault.
I'm sure that'll work. We don't even work here. One more time.
Get off that elevator!
I think we've annoyed him all that we can. I think if we keep stepping on that, he'll just keep shouting for us to get off the elevator. And now he's just staring at the panel going, I'm just going to wait here, just in case he steps on that again. But no, we're not going to. We're done. We have two things that we can look at, and the music has changed now that Hobbins is not talking. Let's look at what we got. First, the sandwich. The meat is mostly fat and gristle, which appears to be in the early stages of putrefaction. Oh, lovely! And the wrench. The tool is a standard 30mm wrench. Joey, what is it actually? Is it super important?
Give me an analysis, Joey.
It's a 30mm wrench, and you can keep it away from my nuts.
Alright, will do. Finally, let's show off that sandwich, shall we? Is it made of something tasty?
Give me an analysis, Joey.
It contains flour, water, vegetable oil, salt, egg, garlic, with glycerin and pig lungs.
Oh, disgusting.
I don't think we're going to be eating that. What we want to do now is we want to ask about the transporter robot. We have the information we need to fix it, but we can't fix it. Joey might be able to, however.
Can you start that transport?
You don't give up, do you? Have you found out what's wrong with it?
It's the, Knopfler charge reducer thingy.
In that case, all it needs is a jump start.
And now everyone gets into position. Joey goes the long way round.
This is embarrassing, Foster. You're not gonna watch, are you? I always suspected you of being a voyeur.
Come on, just do it.
Here goes. There. How was it for you?
The transporter robot is now working, and Hobbins is working once again. You can hear it at work, the lathe spinning, the pipe being made. A hole will eventually appear here once the transporter robot deposits something on the elevator. We're going to be going down that hole. It is a one-way trip, but we'll be able to go back to the place that we arrive in, and back to here at our leisure later on. For now, though, it's good that we grabbed everything. We don't have to come back here if we have grabbed everything, though. And we have grabbed everything. The robot is coming back. Let's look at the hole, and then drop down. What's the worst that could happen? Lots of things.
It's dark down there, and hot.
Off you go! Let's look at everything, starting with the furnace.
Some oven. Wonder what's cooking.
Metal, I imagine.
I'm not putting my hand anywhere near there.
Sensible. What about the camera?
That thing's watching me. Good thing I'm naturally photogenic.
Well, there goes our sneaking out. Here he comes, flying, with a helicopter head, it's Joey. Super robot flying down, Joey. We had no idea Joey could fly. We're gonna have to ask about that.
It's much too high to reach.
Not if Joey can fly. Super flying Joey, with a helicopter head, he's Joey. Joey, you didn't tell me you could fly.
You didn't tell me you could fly.
I didn't know I had it in me.
Ha ha, Joey. Ha ha.
Think this could be a way out?
Through the furnace? I don't rate our chances.
If you can't be sensible, be quiet.
I'm with you on this one, Joey. He wasn't that specific, was he?
This must be where the scrap gets melted.
Is that why you brought me here?
Don't worry, kid. They'd only take premium quality scrap.
Well, Joey's the one that usually insults Foster. Occasionally, it's the other way round.
I think we're being watched.
They seem to think you're someone special. I can't imagine why.
Nothing else we can talk about.
Forget it.
For now. There's a door here.
That's got to be a way out.
Most likely, but can we use it? No. But what about this lock?
No buttons, just a thin slot.
Indeed. Can we use it?
I've got nothing that would fit. It must need a special card.
But you could jam the sandwich in there, but I don't think that will work. But Joey might be able to get it open. And once we ask him to open it, things will get dangerous.
Can you open that door?
I'll give it a try.
No sudden moves, Overman. Get over to the furnace.
You're Officer Reich, I presume. You've made a mistake. I'm not Overman.
Link, we can't let him escape.
What the hell is going on? Reich seems pretty cut up about it. But he's given me 2 leads. Overman and Link.
Really, Foster? When you're in critical danger, a pun is the first thing you can think of? You and I are going to get along really well indeed. And when we come back, folks, do we have answers to our questions? No, we only have more questions. Such is the way of things. But at least we have a way out now. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.